My local Turkish fruit and vegetable shop is buzzing. This is a special time. It's Ramadan. Many in Berlin's Turkish community are among the 4 million Muslims in Germany who are fasting. And I'm curious to find out more. I've had a good breakfast. When I don't eat regularly, I quickly get into a bad mood. The first person I ask about Ramadan is Samia Omairat. She's 18 years old and is Lebanese. I ask her how long it's been since she ate anything. She tells me the last time was yesterday at 10 p.m. She says she does feel a bit hungry now. I'm not surprised. It is midday. I'm so relieved I don't have to fast. I buy some fruit for later. This year, Ramadan falls in August, when the days are long. For almost a month, Muslims like Samia refrain from eating and drinking between dawn and dusk. Samia explains that working in the shop helps her forget about the time. It passes quickly. She says that's much better than sitting around at home waiting and cooking. She much prefers coming to work. Not all the staff here are fasting. Kemal is getting on a bit, and he says he needs energy to do his job. There's always more work. I have no strength for Ramadan, he says. The manager isn't bothered about whether someone observes Ramadan or not. It's their own choice, he says. The Quran leaves a lot of leeway. We have people here who can't observe it for health reasons, or because they work long hours, he explains. Then he tells me it's possible to postpone the fast a couple of months later. Maybe they have time. They're on holiday, their health is better, he says. And then they can observe Ramadan. The Quran isn't as strict as I had thought. I leave the shop and head off to a family counseling service. I've come to meet Rafat Matar. He's Egyptian and specializes in helping families in conflict situations. Many of his clients are Muslim. He's not so religious himself, he tells me. He likes the tradition of Ramadan, he says. He's observed it since he was a child and continues to do so. But for him, it's not so much about religion. It's a custom that he likes. Most of Matar's work colleagues are German. They're aware that he's observing Ramadan and try to be considerate. And his employer is letting him work flexible hours. Matar tells me he can reschedule his evening appointments so he's free to join his family for the fast-breaking meal. There's a district close by where most of the residents have an Arab background. So few people in the area eat in the daytime during Ramadan, that many restaurants simply shut for a while. But for the bakeries in the area, Ramadan is boom time. That's because at the end of the fast-breaking meal, it's the custom to serve traditional cakes and sweets. Matar has come to buy some for his family. Losing weight isn't one of the aims of fasting for Ramadan. Matar says he doesn't buy the cakes every day, but he does like kunafa, that's a sweet Arab pastry with cream cheese, and baklava, a Turkish pastry with honey and nuts. I return to the fruit shop. Even though the women here are fasting, they cook for the men who aren't. Their manager asked them to. The boss would complain if we didn't do the cooking, she says. I'm just tasting, says this man, not eating. It's Ramadan. As a non-faster, I'm invited to join the others for the meal. The shop's doing good business. People with empty bellies tend to buy more, I'm told. Enes is a butcher. He takes the spiritual side of Ramadan very seriously. praying several times a day. At work, he'll retreat into the back room where it's quiet. Ritual washing is part of the tradition. He's completed that before I arrive with the camera. He explains you need a prayer mat. It can be a carpet or cardboard. Nothing wrong with a bit of improvisation. He tells me the women don't pray in here because the room is too small. I'm surprised how undogmatic daily life is during Ramadan, and how seldom people complain about being hungry. I feel great, he says, even though he says he's working 12 hours a day. Maybe it's only the non-Muslims who think that observing Ramadan is difficult. That is, if they even know what Ramadan is. I'm ashamed to say I don't, says this passerby. I'm sorry. And if you're a German who doesn't know about Ramadan, you won't notice much difference. Except maybe the mountains of dates on sale. Samia's favorite dates are imported from Iran. Dates are used to end the daily fast. Samia explains that part of Ramadan is reflecting on what you have that others don't, like the people in Africa. Fasting during the day helps you get some idea of what it's like to be hungry. But only until the daily fast-breaking meal. Samia counts the hours until she can eat. 6. I ask if she'll go to the mosque before she eats. No, she says. She finishes work at 8 p.m. and then there's only an hour before it's dinner time. Rafat Matar goes to afternoon prayers with other members of the Arab community. This year, the time for evening prayers falls very late, and the prayers last until midnight. That's difficult for people with jobs. And Rafat Matar wants to be with his family for the fast-breaking meal at 9. At his home, the preparations are already underway. Anya Matar isn't fasting, but the family meal is very important to her. She tells me her husband and sons have requested turkey with a selection of vegetables and rice and a salad. Both her sons, Yahya and Tariq, are observing the fast. They're on school holidays, which makes observing Ramadan fairly relaxed for them. They tell me they stay home most of the time and avoid doing anything strenuous. It's a bit like New Year's Eve. The countdown is underway. At 9 on the dot, the cell phone sends the signal. The first food they eat to break the fast is a date, just as the Prophet Muhammad did. Then, the serious eating can begin. Ramadan is a special time, Rafat Matar says, when everyone sits and eats together. And because guests are especially welcome in Muslim households during Ramadan, the family invites me to join them in their delicious, fast-breaking meal.